What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my non-spoiler review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The film was directed by Jeff Fowler and stars Ben Schwartz as Sonic, Idris Elba as Knuckles, Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Tails, James Marsden as Tom aka Donut Lord, and of course we have Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. And guys, I have to say I had an absolute fucking blast with this movie, and I think Paramount and Sega may have actually broken the video game movie curse. The first Sonic movie was just so much fun, so lighthearted, and knew exactly what it was. And this film does the exact same thing. I feel like they took everything that worked in the first film and just dialed it up to 11. This film is a film made for fans of Sonic and movie fans that just want to go in and have a really fucking great time at the theater. At its core, much like the first movie, this film is about friendship, it's about family, responsibility, and what it actually means to be a hero. In terms of that family dynamic, I love the relationship between Sonic, Tom, and Maddie. They actually feel like a family. It doesn't feel forced. Sonic is here from another world, and he's been taken in by Tom and Maddie, and you actually really feel that family dynamic. And with Tom in this film, he kind of just wishes that Sonic had some of his own friends that he could hang out with and build his own type of family and build his own friendships. And that's where Tails comes in. Tails, played voiced by Colleen, who has done a bunch of voice actor work in anime and in Nickelodeon cartoons and a bunch of other stuff, does a really good job as Tails, the tech genius, the guru that comes in and just wants to assist Sonic. Tails has seen what Sonic has done and is pretty much just a fan and someone else who couldn't stand idly by and just let Eggman destroy the world. Now bringing it back to Knuckles, Idris Elba as Knuckles is incredible in this film. There are a lot of moments where he can kind of feel like Drax the Destroyer, where he's like the fish out of water that's never been to this planet and doesn't really understand like our customs, our jokes, the things that we eat. And Idris Elba does such an incredible job. He's so funny. Knuckles is absolutely badass. That first fight that's in the trailer that you see between Knuckles and Sonic, it's even better in the film. It's so much fun to watch. And the sound design, that's something else that I have to give credit to, because that fight made me think of how great the sound design is. I highly recommend seeing this and pretty much every film that you can in Dolby Cinema. This film takes really great work with the Dolby Atmos speakers. Whenever there's missiles flying around, whenever Sonic's running around, whenever anyone's doing anything, they utilize the Atmos speakers to the highest ability, and I loved it. The visual effects are pretty good for the most part. Knuckles, Tails, Sonic, they look perfect throughout the entire film, which is the only thing that matters. But then there's only a couple small moments where it's not really that great, but it is what it is. CGI can't be perfect in every single moment. Jim Carrey steals absolutely scene that he's in every moment. At the beginning of the film, we kind of start off with him on the mushroom planet and him trying to figure out how he can get off this planet and get back to Earth so that he can get rid of Sonic. This is classic 90s Jim Carrey, just hamming it up, having the time of his life in this film. And I'm gonna keep saying that, like, everyone is just having the time of their lives in this film, and it's just pure fun. This is why you go to the theater in the summer, to just have the time of your life just watching a really, really fun movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, that's not trying to just set up sequels and franchises. And that's another great positive. This film is a standalone movie that is just an adventure. Another great part of this film is that it feels like the game. It feels like you're on a mission trying to find the Master Emerald. Like, again, it brings in your sense of adventure and your sense of family, friendship, action. It all comes together in this film, but the film is not perfect. There are some negatives, but they're really, really minor negatives. I think that there is like 10 to 12 minutes of this film that should have been completely cut for time. The film is like 2 hours and 2 minutes long. I think there's 10 to 12 minutes that should have been absolutely cut. Mild spoilers, not like a huge thing or anything, but there is like a dance battle in the middle of the second act of the film. It doesn't move the plot along at all. The fact that Sonic is a speedster, it kind of doesn't make sense as to why they have to do the dance battle, but it just seems like an idea where someone at the studio was like, hey, the kids would love this. This will be really fun, so they put it into the film. Again, not a huge negative, just a small nitpick. As someone who critiques films, it's something that I would have cut out because it doesn't actually move the film along at all, and it kind of slows it down. Another thing that I would have cut completely, and I don't want to be mean, but for some reason, studios think that in movies like this, that we give a shit about humans, right? Like the Godzilla movies and the Kong movies, they for some reason think that we give a shit about seeing what these humans do in their regular lives. And there's a part of this film where we spend time with Rachel. She's getting married in Hawaii, and it just takes away from the film. Like, I personally don't care about Rachel. I don't care about her fiance. I don't care about her wedding in Hawaii. It kind of just takes away from the adventure of Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and everyone trying to get to the Master Emerald. That's why we're here. We want to see these characters on the journey. We want to see them fight against each other. We want to see all this great stuff, and it just seems like those two moments were just put into the film. It's like, hey, people thought that Rachel was really funny in the first movie. Let's give her something funny to do in this movie. And to me, again, as someone who's just being critical, it just seems really useless. Again, it doesn't push the plot along in any direction. As a matter of fact, once we get her final scenes, we move into the actual third act of the film and we never see her again, and you kind of forget that she's in the film. So it's like, to me, it was just wasted screen time just so that we can have some funny moments with Rachel and her fiance. Those moments kind of took me out just a little bit, but it doesn't really hinder my enjoyment of the film. I highly recommend going to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2 as soon as you can. The third act alone is worth the price of admission. My jaw was literally on the floor throughout the entire third act. It's so much fun. It's absolutely amazing. Sonic fans are going to lose their fucking minds during the third act of this film. So I'm gonna give Sonic a 3.5 out of 5. I wanted to score it a lot higher, but because of those things that I wanted to cut out of the film that just kind of bogged down the runtime and the pacing, I have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Pretty similar to what I gave to the first Sonic film. These are really, really good video game movies. They can't be perfect, but again, Paramount and Sega, they are breaking the mold. They are actually on the path to destroy the curse. Now, stay for the mid-credit scene. There's not an end credit scene, but there is a really cool mid-credit scene that, again, Sonic fans are going to lose their fucking minds when they see this mid-credit scene, and it perfectly sets up a potential third film, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I absolutely love this universe. I love these films. I love the jokes, the one-liners, the sound design, the characters. I can't wait for the Knuckles series. Go out and see it as soon as you can. I'm going to be seeing Ambulance tonight. I'm going to be doing a review for that either later tonight or tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this review, and until the next one, I will see you guys later.